Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. This channel is dedicated to news and gossip about celebrities worldwide. Remember to like and subscribe. Dr. Best known for her part in the TLC reality show The Little Couple, Jen Arnold recently shared a touching moment with her fans as she commemorated her daughter Zoey's 10th birthday. In addition to commemorating 10 years of Zoey's life, the milestone also commemorates a journey of family, love, and resiliency that has been widely reported and moved viewers worldwide. Dr. Arnold posted a heartwarming new picture of her daughter on social media, showcasing a touching moment that highlights Zoey's physical and emotional development. Zoey's eyes sparkle with the kind of childlike excitement that only a child celebrating a milestone birthday can convey, and she radiates with a radiant smile in the picture. She stands in what looks to be a sunny backyard or garden, wearing a delicate pink dress and having her hair styled. There are signs of celebration all about her, including balloons, streamers, and possibly the remains of a small party. Dr. Arnold chose a straightforward yet impactful caption instead of a complex one: "Happy 10th birthday to our sweet Zoey. Words cannot express how much we love you." The picture and words together provide a modest, personal look into a family's inner happiness, one that has been molded by incredible adversity and deep love. Watching you grow has been the greatest gift. Zoey, who was barely 13 inches tall and weighed slightly more than 2 pounds, was born on September 22, 2014. Her arrival was a source of great medical anxiety in addition to happiness. Zoey's survival was nothing short of miraculous because she was born with thanatophoric dysplasia, a rare and severe form of dwarfism that usually results in death shortly after birth. She stood little prospect of surviving, much less thriving, thanks to the doctors. But Zoey bucked the odds right from the start. Her survival astonished medical experts and served as evidence of contemporary medicine, the tenacity of parents, and the erratic resilience of the human spirit. The medical complications connected with dwarfism were nothing new to Dr. Jen Arnold, a neonatologist at Texas Children's Hospital, and her husband, Bill Klein, who also has skeletal dysplasia. They approached their daughter's illness with a distinct perspective because of their own life experiences. The bleak prognosis may have overwhelmed many parents, but Jen and Bill addressed Zoey's treatment with both strong emotional resolve and professional discernment. From the time of Zoey's birth, they made choices based on love, optimism, and a dedication to providing her with the best life possible rather than fear. The Little Couple, which tracked Jen and Bill's lives as they managed marriage, work, and parenthood within the particular conditions of their situations, has contributed to the documentation of Zoey's journey over the years. The program, which ran from 2009 until 2022, developed to become a forum for activism and education in addition to entertainment. It clarified the facts of living with dwarfism, dispelled myths in society, and emphasized the significance of inclusion, accessibility, and medical treatment. Jen and Bill's candor helped normalize discussions about disabilities by demonstrating that a life with physical limitations can still be fulfilling, rich, and full of accomplishments. Zoey's presence on the show grew along with her. Her birth and early milestones became crucial narratives, despite the fact that she was not a major emphasis in the early seasons. She had numerous surgeries to treat respiratory and spinal conditions, frequent hospital stays, and continuous therapy, all of which were witnessed by viewers. The difficulties the family encountered, sleepless nights, emotional stress, financial hardship, and the ongoing juggling act between optimism and realism were depicted in each episode in an unvarnished and honest manner. Nevertheless, the overriding tone remained one of love and tenacity. At 10 years old, Zoey is a living miracle due to her complete acceptance of life and not simply her physical survival. She is a bright, inquisitive, and lively child, according to reports from her parents and photos posted on social media. She adores animals, music, and painting. With her parents' help and encouragement, she engages in age-appropriate activities, loves school, and has a group of friends. Her quality of life is exceptional, especially considering the initial diagnosis, even though she still faces health issues, some of which are continuing and others that appear as she grows. Dr. Arnold frequently discusses the emotional challenges of parenting a kid like Zoey. She has discussed the ongoing dichotomy of parenting in interviews and blog entries throughout the years. The delight of ordinary moments juxtaposed with the underlying fear of the future. Raising a child with such a rare disease has no set path. Every significant event, the first smile, the first word, the first step, the first day of school, carries additional significance. A sense of thankfulness permeates celebrations, not only for the present but also for its very existence. Specifically, the 10th birthday has symbolic meaning. Turning 10 is regarded in many cultures as a transition from early infancy into a more mature, self-sufficient stage of life. Children start to build stronger identities, more meaningful friendships, and a more critical perspective on the world around them at this age. Attaining this age is not only a personal accomplishment for Zoey, but also a victory for her family, medical staff, and the community that has followed her journey. Dr. Arnold didn't discuss the difficulties or go into medical specifics in her social media post. She decided to concentrate on the beauty of the moment instead. The picture of Zoey feels genuine and captures a moment of unadulterated joy. It is neither manufactured nor unduly polished. Diagnoses, treatments, or hospital stays are not mentioned. Only the love of a mother, the smile of a daughter, and the silent pride of a family that has persevered through hardships and come out stronger are present. This type of celebration holds significance not only for the Arnold Klein family, but also for innumerable others who encounter comparable difficulties. Zoey's success gives hope to parents of children with unusual disorders. It proves that happiness is achievable despite insurmountable obstacles. It demonstrates that life, in all its beauty and fragility, is worth fighting for, that milestones can be accomplished, and that love can triumph over fear. Dr. Arnold's choice to make this occasion public carries on a tradition of openness that has characterized her public image. She has stressed the value of honesty in both health and life throughout her career as a doctor and television personality. The emotional toll of being a doctor who also becomes a patient's parent, a dual job that gives both insight and heartache, has been a topic of her candid discussions. By publicizing Zoey's birthday, she extends an invitation to others to join in on a private celebration. Not for attention, but rather as a silent show of support for families going through similar experiences. Fans and followers' reactions have been overwhelmingly enthusiastic. Messages of admiration, prayers, and well wishes abound in the post's comments. Many say that Zoey's tale has motivated them, some to support disabled children, others to find joy in the little things in life. Gratitude appears frequently in the responses, including appreciation for Zoey's existence, appreciation for the family's openness to share their story, and appreciation for the reminder that each day is a gift. Dr. Arnold's message is notable for its honesty and simplicity in a world where social media is sometimes dominated by carefully manicured beauty. No lavish parties, high-end clothing, or influencer-style content are present. Just a moment captured in time, a birthday girl, and her devoted parents. It serves as a reminder that the most significant life events are often the quiet ones, celebrated in backyards, houses, and hospital rooms where love is the only form of payment. Naturally, concerns about the future surface as Zoey approaches her second decade of life. What can we expect from adolescence? What changes will her health undergo? What aspirations might she have? What is certain is that she is surrounded by a foundation of love, medical knowledge, and steadfast support, even if no one can foresee the answers. Her parents have made it their goal to give her every chance to experience life as she sees fit, whether that means going to college, exploring the world, or just spending time with friends at the park. Dr. Arnold has frequently stated that her role as Zoey's mother has altered her as a medical professional. She has become more empathetic, improved her listening abilities, and been reminded that every medical file represents a person with hopes, anxieties, and a backstory. She no longer views patients only from a clinical standpoint, but rather as complete individuals who are influenced by their surroundings, inner strength, and families. This viewpoint has affected her work at the hospital, where she still promotes compassionate medicine and family-centered care. Bill Klein has also changed as a public figure and a father. He was once most recognized for his exuberant character on The Little Couple, but as Zoey has matured, he has come to accept a more introspective, realistic part. He talks proudly about her resiliency, kindness, and brilliance. In interviews, he frequently attributes the family's mental stability to Jen, but he also talks about his own transformation from a guy preoccupied with his work and personal struggles to a loving father who gauges success by his daughter's happiness rather than by fame or fortune. Another important factor in Zoey's stability has been the couple's connection. Their marriage has developed into a partnership based on respect for one another, a common goal, and unwavering passion after starting out as a love story that went against social norms. Together, they have endured health problems, personal losses, and public scrutiny. Each experience has deepened their relationship. For Zoey, having two parents who set an example of love, tolerance, and cooperation is a priceless gift that will influence how she views relationships for years to come. The family has also placed a high priority on education. Zoey receives specialized support services in her mainstream school. To make sure she is included in class activities, field excursions, and social gatherings, her parents have collaborated closely with educators and administrators. They have set the standard for inclusive education by promoting accessible enhancements, including movable desks and transportation modifications. Dr. Arnold has discussed the significance of treating Zoey as a competent, bright student who merits the same opportunities as her peers, rather than as a special case. Zoey has demonstrated an interest in artistic endeavors outside of the classroom. Her parents posted pictures of her doing crafts, painting, and drawing, which help her develop her fine motor skills and express herself. She also likes music, and she's been spotted dancing to her favorite tunes or playing simple instruments. These creative and playful moments are not only enjoyable, they are crucial to her growth because they enable her to connect with people, process emotions, and gain confidence. Zoey is also growing increasingly conscious of her public persona as she ages. She is aware that her life differs from other children's in certain aspects, that her family was shown on television, and that people follow their tale. Her parents have taken a cautious approach to this knowledge, stressing that although their narrative is shared, her privacy and independence are valued. They support her in voicing her emotions, asking questions, and deciding what she feels safe revealing. This careful balance between protection and openness shows their dedication to raising a strong and self-assured youngster. Additionally, the celebration of Zoey's 10th birthday coincides with a growing awareness in society of the value of disability representation. Stronger activism for the rights of individuals with disabilities, more accessibility, and more inclusive media have all gained momentum in recent years. Zoey's life, which she led in the spotlight with joy and dignity, makes a subtle but significant contribution to this movement. She is a child, a daughter, a friend, and an individual with her own aspirations. She is neither a symbol nor a lesson. This milestone is a time for reflection and celebration for Dr. Arnold. She said in a recent interview that she occasionally finds the stark difference between the pictures of infant Zoey and the present overwhelming. She remarked, "She was so small, so delicate. We were uncertain whether she would survive the night, much less celebrate her 9th birthday. They don't live in fear," she added, "but every year that goes by feels like a miracle. Today is our main priority. Every laugh, every accomplishment, and every everyday moment that turns into a spectacular one are all celebrated." More than just a snapshot, the picture she posted of Zoey on her birthday is a monument to time, love, and survival. It depicts a child who, out of need rather than choice, has grown up quickly. Zoey has seen rapid physical and emotional development from her early days in the NICU to her present life as a 4th grader with interests, friendships, and lofty goals. She has endured more medical procedures and emotional difficulties than most individuals experience in their lifetimes, but she handles them with a poise that motivates everyone around her. In Zoey's case, growing up fast assumes a more profound meaning. It's not just about growing older, it's also about developing maturity through hardship, realizing early on how fleeting life is, and finding happiness in spite of all the challenges. It's about developing self-advocacy skills, appreciating minor triumphs, and becoming resilient in the face of adversity. In many respects, Zoey is older than her years, not because she no longer has childhood, but rather because she has experienced it more fully. The Arnold Klein family is filled with appreciation that penetrates every part of their lives as they commemorate this milestone. They are aware of the unknowns that lie ahead, but they also realize that they must confront them together. They've learned to value the here and now, to see the beauty in the ordinary, and to gauge success by the strength of their love and the depth of their relationships rather than by external norms. More than just a private celebration, Zoey's 10th birthday serves as a public reminder of what can happen when family, medicine, and compassion work together. One day at a time, the tale of optimism keeps developing. And Dr. Jen Arnold sees not just how far they've gone, but also how far they can go as she looks at her daughter, who is now 10 years old and full of joy and confidence. By sharing this moment, she sends a straightforward but powerful message to the world. Every kid should be honored, every accomplishment counts, and even the most fragile life may flourish with love that is patient, tenacious, and unconditional. The picture doesn't contain any dramatic speeches, heartfelt confessions, or great announcements. Just a birthday, a mother, and a daughter. However, there is a profound truth hidden in that simplicity. The most meaningful life events are frequently the most subdued, commonplace, and human. Zoey is surrounded by love, protected by parents who have stood by her side the entire time, and revered by a community that sees in her not only a survivor but a brilliant example of what it means to live completely, despite all the odds, as she blows out her candles, whether they are actual or metaphorical. Thus, the festivities go on, not only for a single day, but for each day Zoey is able to awaken, grin, and develop. Because every year is a gift, every birthday is a win, and every moment spent together is a miracle for this small couple and their extraordinary daughter.